Hi, Michael.
Hello, David.
So it's interesting that you review this book, Michael, The Snowball, Warren Buffett and the Business of Life. I can tell from here it is a pretty hefty book. How many pages in that one?
900.
So are you complaining about the length of this one?
No, I wanted more. I really did. Buffett is a fabulously successful investor and businessman, and, everybody's heard of him. But even people who don't care a thing about business will be fascinated by this book. It covers Buffett's business side, of course, and does it very, very well. But it's the psychological profile of Buffett that emerges through this volume that keeps you turning the pages.
Titles are always important, so why the title, The Snowball?
Well, it's a Buffett quote. I mean, it's either Zen-like in its all-encompassing meaning, or it's, something like Forrest Gump. I'm not sure. But it's the folksy way that Buffett talks that is part of his reputation. So here's the quote. Life is like a snowball. The important thing is finding wet snow and a very long hill. And, I guess that sums up his kind of long-term compound interest investing philosophy. Or maybe it's about lifelong learning, or maybe it's about building lasting personal relationships. I'm not sure. But when you're the Oracle of Omaha, you're expected to have pithy quotes.
Of course, of course. So tell me about this author.
Alice Schroeder. Now, she was an insurance analyst on Wall Street somewhere, and she covered Berkshire Hathaway, which is Buffett's conglomerate, and includes several insurance companies. Anyway, they got to be good friends, and Buffett agreed to give her total access to himself, his family, his records, his notes, and in order to write the book that he knew that he'd never write himself. Now, Schroeder spent 7 years on this project and studying both, Buffett's business and all his personal relationships.
Now, didn't I read they had a little bit of a falling out that maybe Buffett thought there was too much emphasis on his personal relationships?
I've read that too, David, that maybe Buffett feels that way, but he's never criticized the book publicly. He did, after all, just pour everything out to Alice Schroeder, all the details, hundreds of hours of interviews. He's a peculiar man, more than slightly eccentric, but, I think he has a deep sense of personal honor and loyalty. But he's 78 years old, and I think when he read all the details about his complicated personal life, in particular the portrayal of his late wife, Susan, I think when he saw it all there in black and white, he might have been mildly shocked.
So is this the definitive Warren Buffett book?
Ooh, maybe, I did a quick search. There are more than 50 books about Warren Buffett in publication. And, I haven't read many of them, but I can't imagine there is a more comprehensive book about the business and personal side of Warren Buffett. This is the only book that Buffett, opened up for. He didn't have any editorial control over the final product. He just trusted Alice Schroeder to do it fairly.
And you think she did?
I do, David. It's the first biography Alice Schroeder has ever written, but I think she's got the insight and the ability to really tune into Buffett's personality. And she has the business experience to cover his investing career as well.
So I think I can guess 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. As I said, Buffett is now almost 80 years old, and every one of those 80 years has been fascinating. He's a brilliant man, and the book is worthy of him, all 900 pages. And David, I can tell you, I read every one of those pages with great interest.
Very interesting, Michael. Thanks very much.
My pleasure, David. See you again.